So I wanted to share with you one of my quickest and favourite techniques that I use every single morning to stimulate my lymphatic system. Our lymphatic system is so important because we need to constantly move it to get all the old debris, all the old cells, everything that accumulates within our body out. And if you think about a fish tank, if you didn't have a filter in the fish tank, what would happen to the fish tank? That's probably the best way I can describe it without going into too much detail. Now, this is not my technique. This was taught to me through my lymphatic training with Dr Perry Nicholson from Stop Chasing Pain. I highly recommend you check out his YouTube and Instagram. He brings beautiful and wonderful content for free to people every single day nearly, and his courses are phenomenal. The Big Six is a very quick technique that we can use to maintain our lymphatic system. However, if you do have a more prominent problem with your lymphatic system, I highly recommend that you go and see somebody who's trained in lymphatic drainage, a proper therapist. Okay, and certainly if you've had any lymph nodes removed or you've undergone any treatment, it's really important that you find somebody who has been trained properly with this. So the Big Six, Dr. Perry Nicholson, massive shout out to him. He's an absolute legend. And this is how it starts. So we're going to go through the 6 points. The first one that we're going to start with is our collarbones. Now, the reason for that is we have our drainage points here. So if we start anywhere else in the body and this is blocked, what might happen is you might have quite an extreme adaptation response. You might feel quite sick. You might go through sort of detox symptoms because the body's trying to, get rid of something. And if these points aren't open, we call them kind of choke points, then the lymph is going to get backed up, okay? So we're going to start with the collarbones. Now, what you're going to do is just put a full palm, so you want to be over and above the collarbone, and you're just going to rub. So 9 to 10 times. If you do a little more, that's okay. And the key here is pretty fast, pretty light, and not too much pressure, okay? And you can do circles, you can go both ways, whatever you want to do, okay? And you might feel this area is tender, and that's okay as well. Just don't do anything to hurt yourself. And then what you're gonna do is then you're gonna just tap 10 times in that area, okay? And you're gonna do both sides. Doesn't matter if you do one side first, you're gonna do both. Okay, so again, circles right around that collarbone, above and below, and then tap 10 times. Now, point number 2, we're going to go to this area here, and this is where the biggest lymph node is in the head and neck. Now, 1/3 of your lymph system is actually above the neck, okay? So this might be quite tender for people, especially if you have neck pain. But if you have neck pain, you probably have got a lymphatic problem in this area as well. So again, and I can feel on my left side actually, that's a little bit tender. And I'm just rubbing like this, okay? And then you're just going to tap. Now, you can do one at a time, or you can do both. Depends how sensitive you are in this area. Just go with your comfort levels. Okay, and then the next point is going to be round about here. Okay, so you kind of want to be on the chest, a little bit on the shoulder. And again, you're going to rub. And then tap. I use the word tap and not slap, because if I said slap, you might really take that quite literally. Okay, and then other side. And then. Okay, now the next point is going to be your abdomen. So you want to have one hand over your belly button and the other one above, okay? And again, you're going to rub and you can go up and down, side to side. We have an awful lot of lymphatic vessels and nodes in this area, and if you have any sort of digestive problems, you're really going to benefit from this. Okay, but just remember, do all 6 points, and then belly slaps are also extremely good for the vagus nerve. So if you're feeling a little bit anxious, got a big meeting coming up at work, this will really work to calm your system down. Okay, and then the next point is you're going to be in sort of the area of the groin. Okay, so crease of the groin, and again, just rubbing. Okay, and then tapping. So the last point is going to be behind your knees. This is an exceptionally powerful area if you get tight calves or you have any sort of plantar fasciitis, any sort of Achilles inflammation. And the trick for this is you want to go above and below and behind the knee. Okay, so you want to cover quite a large area. You might want to do this sitting down if you have any back problems. But if you are going to do this standing up, the important thing is always, and this just goes for anything in life, is never roll from the spine. You want to hinge from the hips, okay? So as you hinge down, I'm going to lift my leg up here so you can see. And I'm just going all behind this knee. And then both balance. Okay, and then you're going to do the other one. Okay, so after you've done that, we want to get some movement in the body. So all you're going to do is just very gently bounce up and down. So all I'm doing here is my toes are still on the floor and I'm just raising my heels off and I'm just bouncing up and down. Now, depending on your balance, if this is difficult for you, you can hold on to a chair. But what we want to do is just get that body pumping, okay? You're just going to bounce up and down. And you can do this, you know, if you have the ability, you can even come off the floor. But as long as you're just lifting those heels and getting that pump through the body. Now after that, what we want to do is move our limbs. So we're going to shake each limb out 16 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where your balance comes in again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then we're going to go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go 2. And then 1. And that's it, guys. There is some other movements, body movements that I'm going to go over in another video, which is really useful. It doesn't matter how active you are. If you cycle, if you weight train, if you do cardio, if you go to the gym, if you hill walk, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be getting your lymph moving through your body. So in another video, I'm going to go through some very simple body movements that you can do, and it's going to keep your lymph nice and healthy and moving. Okay, thank you.